Hello, Internet! Today, we are going to be going over the Grounded new Fully Yoked update. Everything you need to know to get that super win, get that S on your report card, and make your mama proud. Now, there's a lot that you got to go through in this game for getting that 100%, the super win. Everybody wants that, I'm sure, at least, especially if you're an achievement hunter. We're going to go ahead and check out our interwebs here. Now we're here checking out the Grounded Wiki. This has pretty much everything that you need to know in order to get the super win. However, I will be honest, they are a little behind. I mean, the new Fully Yoked update is only about a week old, so there's a few things that they haven't, they haven't fully fleshed out yet as far as what you need to know. And to be honest, it was actually kind of a lot of work for me to find all of the information that I was looking for to get the super win. So with this new Fully Yoked update, there are a few additions to the super win. Of course, you will have to fight the Brood Mother and Dr. Schmechter and the Mantis and the Wasp Queen, all of the major world bosses that you have to summon with like the infected BLT, the Brood Mother BLT and stuff like that. Of course, you'll also have to collect all the Scabby flavor schemes, and there is one extra Scabby flavor scheme that you need to collect now for the super win with the Fully Yoked update. All of the data items, which can be a lot, and again, there's some new ones with the Fully Yoked update, so we're going to go over that. Let's see, we got landmarks discovered, couple extra of those, milk molars, everything's the same there. So if you've already collected all the milk molars, don't need to worry about it. There's no extra ones in this update as far as I'm aware. However, once you activate that remixer, you will have a whole new set of milk molars to collect. They will add on top of your current upgrades, so you'll have a full list of milk molars, another 78 and 45 to collect for the personal and team upgrades. And again, those will go on top of your current upgrades, so you can actually get some really sweet health bonuses out of that. You need max brain power, which is pretty easy. You get that honestly kind of easy on or early on if you just scan most of the things that you come by before you use them. I mean, you kind of have to scan everything before you can use it. Not really everything. Some things you can discover recipes for by collecting other items from that recipe, but certain things you need to collect specific items before you can even unlock that recipe. So getting all of the recipes and scanning everything is very important. Let's see, need all the creature cards, and there are some additional creature cards in this update as well, so again, that will be a thing that we will be going over here. So let's get into it, shall we? Alright, so I'm going to start off by going over what we have collected. I have a previous playthrough, my original playthrough here that I've been running since basically the alpha. I've started my New Game Plus, I've activated the remixer, still haven't gotten the achievement for that, so maybe that's something that Obsidian can fix for me soon. I would definitely appreciate that, as I am an achievement whore. Love seeing that pop up with the 0.01%, it's always super satisfying. Anyway, so here we are at my base camp. We're going to look at the data items we have collected. So first off, we're going to see here there are a few additional things that you can scan, specifically in the harmless section. If you haven't already, recently there was an update that added the koi fish to the list, so that's one thing that you can scan. Additionally, there are the ant queens and all of the baby ants that you get for befriending them, and the crow is finally on the list. That's one thing that the wiki missed. They on the pro page it says that it's one of the few quote bugs in the yard that you can't scan. So that's something that is in addition in the most recent update, Fully Yoked update. Oops. Also, in the on the window page, let's see, got the miscellaneous thing here that I'm actually missing, which I'm assuming is probably from or specific to the New Game Plus, because that didn't show up on my list until that point. But the research notes, Quantum Toast, we're going to need that in addition to what we already have. There's also under stuff, we have to collect all of the totem recipes, ant totem, abomination, got to find the waterlogged recipes, both of the waterlogged recipes and the frostbitten recipe, as well as the glorious recipe. Now this, I believe the glorious recipe, I don't remember seeing this before, so it might be something that's in addition. I'm not 100% sure. We're going to go over that either way. Boss notes, we have a bunch of extra things here. So of course there's the broodmother and the mantis and the wasp queen and the moldy note. But there's also the poison mushroom, infected mushroom, the poison gum, and the poison Toejam sandwich, which we will have to collect all 4 of those in order to get the super win. Let's see, need all of the statues. And if you don't know where those are, there's already videos that describe all of that. And the hastily written note, this is a new thing. We're going to have to collect that as well as the trinket that goes along with it. The trinket isn't required, but it's sitting right next to it, so we're going to get it anyway. And in the grasslands, there is one additional site that we're going to have to visit, the Remix.R. And basically, I'm pretty sure that's it as far as I know. There's nothing else in addition besides the Remix.R that you have to locate as far as Sights and Wonders is concerned. Under the operating system, we do have an additional Scabby, and that one's pretty easy to find along with the research notes. It's one of the it's all right in the same spot, so we're going to get that all at the same time, but we're going to start with the ant queen, so see you there. All right, so this is my secondary playthrough. You're going to notice I have a lot of things that are missing on the list here. I'm not going to worry about it all too much. Honestly, I'm just going to go after the things that are required to get us to the end game. Just for the Fully Yoked update specifically, I'm not going to go over everything. So we're going to find those locations. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to run to the Oak Lab from wherever you're at. Wendell. You little piece of crap. Alright, now once we get to the Oak Lab, there's a few specific things that we want to do here. Well, one specific thing. If you haven't already, you want to activate the Super Duper. Again, there's another video that will go over all of that for you. And we're going to want to go to the stump chip and collect the friendship offerings. You got the fire ant queen, the black ant queen under the sandbox, and the red ant queen under the haze chip. I don't currently have enough to collect all of those, but those are what you're going to need. You're going to have to buy those. Now, once you've collected your 3 recipes. You're going to want to go to your oven and craft your sandwiches. This is something that you have to do to get the super win. Gotta craft the 3, and if you want to make a different choice, because this is something that requires kind of, I suppose, a moral choice of sorts. If you want to make a different choice before you go into your New Game Plus, I would suggest creating a save before you do this with the Ant Queens, because once you've done it, you can't go back until your next playthrough or your playthrough after next, depending on the choice that you make. So we're going to run into the Red Ant Hill. You run down here, you're going to have to run all the way through. There's, as I said, there's 3 Ant Queens. There's an Ant Queen for each of the 3 labs. Black Ant, Red Ant, and Fire Ant. Ouch. This is the entrance to the Red Ant Queen. I'm not going to go over all of the Ant Queens. Again, there's probably content elsewhere that will show you where to find all 3 of these. And I might do a video later that shows the 3 options and what happens when you commit to those choices. But for the achievement specifically, we need to befriend the Ant Queens. Now, you can't attack them. They're immune. They just, you know, have plot armor or whatever. So you got to give them one of 3 offerings. Now, there is the juicy sandwich, the poisonous sandwich, and the infected sandwich. Now, all 3 of those are in different locations, and not all of them are so easy to kind of just locate, but I will go over those too because they are required for the super win. So we're going to give her the juicy sandwich, make a friendly offering. Now, once you've done this, she's going to spawn a little buddy for you. We now have a baby red ant friend. Isn't he cute? And you get yourself an Antbassador mutation, which the mutations aren't required for the super win, but it's nice to have them. There's also some, quote, offerings here, which come in the form of eggs and pheromones. Pretty useful stuff. If you're not planning on using the eggs immediately, I would recommend just dropping them here. Pheromones are really useful though. Need to scan those. Oh, don't forget also to peep the Ant Queens. You just automatically get gold cards for them since they're not something you can fight. And we're gonna run back to the house, and I'll see you there. Alright. Well, now that you've made yourself a nice little cozy home for your little friend and given him a super awesome name, we're gonna go run off and find the last 3 recipes. 4 recipes? Yeah, 4 recipes. We're gonna go find the last 4 recipes that we need for the super win and collect a couple other items. We're gonna start off over at the Haze Lab because that's where most of the items that we need to collect are located. So once again, we're gonna see you over there. Okay, so here we are at the Haze Lab. And so there's a couple things to collect here. I'm gonna run around, give myself some water. Now, the first thing that you're gonna want to pick up is going to be the poison mushroom. That's going to be right here. Recipe detailing Red Ant Queen's favorite food laced with poison. Try not to get blown up on the way out. Made it. And then the second item, there's a couple different ways to collect this, but the easiest and best way, at least in my opinion, is to just go in through here. And once again, we're gonna... Oop. we're gonna put on our cap, and it's gonna be right here. The infected mushroom sandwich recipe. You can also go in through the back of the pipe where the exposed pipe is over by the sandbox, but as I said, it's way easier to go that way. Can't remember if there's anything over here. Make sure. Oh, and there's one of the duper discs. You're gonna need those to activate the super duper machine. Okay, and we're gonna run back out of the ant lab here because the next item is actually relatively close. We're gonna take a hard right here, and we're just gonna follow the edge of the deck here. We're gonna go down a ways. Watch out for the hole. You can drop down and get back up over here. And it's gonna be right over here, I think. Is it this one or is the next one? Yeah, it's the next one. Almost there. Right here. It's gonna be a busted campsite with a hastily written note. Dear whoever, no idea what's going on. I woke up with 4 other kids in a giant lawn. I tried to wake them, but they're super zonked out and honestly seem better off tucked in a box for now. Yada yada. There's also Deuces sign and some eaten candy wrappers. Didn't know there was a 5th child. Alright. That's everything that we need to collect over here for now. So next we're gonna run over to the far side of the yard. Or actually, no. We're gonna run over to the Black Ant Lab and I'll meet you there. Alright, here we are at the Black Ant Lab back entrance. Once again, there's a couple of different ways that you can go about this, but this is by far the easiest in my opinion. So we're just gonna run down here. And actually, fun little Easter egg. I didn't notice this before, but that says Mants, M-A-N-T-S, question mark? Little foreshadowing, maybe that was already there, always there, and I just didn't notice, but yeah. Anyway, so we're continuing forth, heading down and down and down. Once you've completed all of the mixers, you can go in here and there is a statue to collect, the Mant statue, I believe. So you're gonna have to get up there. Ouch. Just gonna run down over here, up this tube, and the recipe is on this table right here. Poison gum sandwich recipe. Detailing Black Ant Queen's favorite, laced with poison. Okay, now we're gonna go over to the other side of the yard and collect the other things that we're missing. See you there. All right, here we are at the red or fire ant hill. Now the last recipe is going to be relatively easy to find. It's going to be right inside the entrance here. You're going to take a right. It's the very first right, and then there's going to be a pillar in the middle of the room, and there's a file leading up against it. It's the poison Toejam sandwich recipe. It's for the fire ant queen, laced with poison. Those are all the recipes that you're going to need to get a hold of, or well, all of the sandwich recipes. Now, for the last thing, I'm going to have to go switch some stuff up because I have not completed the spacer fight, and that can be very difficult. With the spacer fight, it is a pretty intense combat, wave-based kind of thing. You got to defend 3 nodes, and honestly, it's best to do with a friend. It can be done solo, but it's a very difficult fight. So, as I said, recommend getting a friend for that. Once you've completed all of those things, all 4 or 5 of those things, you need to do the Brood Mother, the Wasp Queen, the Mantis, Dr. Schmechter, and you need to finish the Spacer fight. Once you've completed all of that, then you can go do this final step here. And I'm going to go switch some things over, and I will be right back with you. All right. Now, once we've collected all of the Ant Queen sandwich recipes, we've picked up all of the recipes from Burg.L, the new ones for the friendly sandwich recipes. There's one last thing that we need to do here. Now, again, as I said, you will need to complete all of the big boss fights before you get to this point. But once you've done that, over here along this brick wall, there's a new secret location just unlocked, available to anybody. There's some pretty exciting content that's associated with it. Run over here, and it's going to be right on the edge of the little flower bed here. You're going to see this hole in the wall. And just as you get inside, it's going to be a door. And you're going to see you got to complete all of these things in order to open this door. That is the Brood Mother, the Wasp Queen, and the Mantis. And the Spacer fight. After having completed all of that, you can enter the secret lab. Now, immediately as soon as we get inside, there's going to be research notes. Quantum toast. I'm not going to read all that. TLDR. You can do with that as you will. Swing around the corner here, and this is the remixer. Once you get within range of this, that will give you the discovery. Goes into your data under sights and wonders. Remixer located. And just off to the left here, there's going to be a couple more things, or at least one more thing. Be this scabby right here. Posted. Scabski. And there it is. Hope you were informed by this video. I apologize for the terrible frame rates. I don't have the greatest computer, but regardless, that should be everything that you need for the Super Win 100% that has been added with the new Fully Yoked update. Final release to Grounded. It is now available on Switch, PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and it's crossplay everywhere. Hope y'all enjoy. Thank you so much again for watching the content. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I definitely could use the subscribers. And as always, trust in the bloodlust.
Burg.L has joined the kids' new science and robotics club. He's the mascot, if I didn't tell you. I'm expecting big things from all of you. Life's getting back to normal around here. It's funny that the world can still seem so small. And no, I haven't come up with my next big invention. And I don't mind one bit either. Because when it comes down to it, all that really matters is that we make the most of the time that we have together.